good thing. I mean, I think weight cutting as a whole is
Well,
obviously kind of a necessary evil, but it obviously has its negative effects. And you know,
definitely.
I've seen one of your posts in the past about a time you fought in Puerto Rico,
Oh man,
and you know, you
bro.
had a crazy weight cut. So I mean, if you want to dive into that,
All right, well, yeah, that was a crazy story, and even crazier, the opponent that I fought. Did you hear about the guy who died? He got killed, Max
the
Dadashev.
Dashiv,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Dadashev. His opponent, that's the guy that I fought in Puerto Rico,
right,
the guy who killed
yeah,
him. So, pretty much, it was after the 2015 Golden Gloves when I quit my job, Vlad TV, whatever. I had just lost, tough fight, but my head, that whole Golden Glove was crazy. My head wasn't even there. Like I arrived at the Barclays Center, and my coach at the time, who literally probably trained with me no more than like 5 to 7 times from like January until like I think the end of April, because when I left Vlad TV, I told my coach, "Say, yo, bro, would you mind if I like don't pay you until after the Golden Glove, just so I can? I'm living off my savings right now. If I can, you
right.
know." He said no problem, but then when he said no problem, he stopped showing up. And when I get to the Barclays Center to fight Rich, um, I see my coach outside like cursing, screaming, and I'm just like confused. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Oh, I didn't get my book renewed, so I can't work your corner. They're not letting me in. And I was just like, it just threw me off. So my head was like somewhere else. Um, and yeah, that was a rough time. But yeah, so pretty much right after that, I took off like 6 weeks. I just like stopped boxing. I was like just kind of like frustrated and fed up. And I was with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and I kind of just dove back into my old habits. I'm gonna be honest. I was like drinking, smoking, partying, just doing just regular life stuff. I ballooned up. I was like 165, 166, and I used to fight at 141. I got a call 2 weeks before the fight from the president of like the New York amateur circuit, Ray Quadrado, and he was like, "Yo, Mike, I got a fight in Puerto Rico. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, Puerto Rico! Like, get a trip, fight. Why not? Sure, I'm down." He's like, are you in shape?" I lied. I was like, "Yeah, I'm super sharp right now." He was like, "Are you at weight?" I was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm underweight." Super lied. Like I said, I'm like 165,
I'm
66.
underweight.
Super,
Yeah.
yeah. And he was like, "Been sparring?" I'm like, "Every day." I haven't sparred in like 6 weeks. Been sitting on the couch. So once I got off the phone with him, she used to live, well, I lived with her at the time. We used to live at 96th Street in Columbus. I got dressed. I put on like 5 hoodies, like a North Face jacket, 3 pairs of sweatpants, like Timberlands. And it was cold outside. And I was also trying to cut weight. I went running from 96 in Columbus all the way down to Battery Park and back. And yeah, it was rough. And like this is off of 6 weeks of not doing anything. And I remember I left my wallet intentionally in the apartment so that I had no choice to like cop out and hop on the train. So on the run back, I'm like stopping in parks, laying on benches, and I'm like dying. I'm like, oh my God. It was like 15.1 miles like total, something insane. I go
In
back
Tim's.
in Tim's, bro. In Tim's, yeah. That's the icing on top.
Oh
In
my
Tim's. It
God.
was rough, bro. It was rough. I cut like probably, I used to cut weight faster back then too. I cut like, I don't know, like 8 pounds, something like that. It was like nuts.
On that?
On that, yeah, alone. Like I was sweating so much. I had like the thermal
Oh yeah, I
heat
mean
tags.
15 miles. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of water weight. But then I got back in the gym like 2 days later, and one of the guys I used to spar with like consistently back then, I used to pretty much, by the time I left the gym in the finals of the Golden Gloves, I used to get the best of him like almost every single time. When I got back in to prepare for that fight in Puerto Rico, he was destroying me. And that's when I knew, I was like, yo, this is about to be a problem. Like, I shouldn't be getting beat by this dude right now. So I cut the weight. I look skinny, unhealthy. I look like the dude from Memento, that movie. Like just mad unhealthy. Get out to Puerto Rico. They let us weigh in the day before. It was like kind of like a pro style, which is pretty cool.
So when you were going through this weight cut though, were you like you were obviously limiting food and water, right? There wasn't much of a science to it, probably.
Yeah, I didn't study stuff back then.
Yeah.
I would just do what I did. Like I would eat
probably
like,
just felt terrible.
yeah, horrible. I would eat like little Gerber cans of baby food. I would have like maybe a piece of like fish that was literally like this cube, and then like 2 peanuts. Like I didn't know what I was doing, but I was just like, I can't eat a lot and I can't drink a lot. I would have maybe like Pedialyte, like a cap full, every like 2 hours. Like I was dehydrated. I looked very unhealthy. It was awful.
It's so amazing.
I want to give them that energy, like they can feel through the headphones. They don't like, know that I was really tripping, like. Instead of teacher, I ain't gonna give a fuck. What the student is a student. Young boy. Alright. Bad man thing. Hey.
Don't talk to me if you don't know me, but if you gon' talk, you better act like you know me. Cause I don't like stranger danger. I don't like stranger danger. Nah, don't talk to me if you don't know me, but if you gon' talk, you better act like you know me. Cause I don't like stranger danger. I don't like stranger danger. I said real, recognize real, and say I look familiar. Why when a nigga shine, a nigga wanna kill you? Black on black crime in the hood, never had shit. So any chance you get, my nigga, you better pop. Represent myself and I represent my gang. We ain't Crip, we ain't blood, but we do the same thing. Stack bread like Legos, hoping never tumbles. East side yellow and throw the West up in my photos. You wanna know what it is? I can tell you what it is. I ain't never in the crib, my hand handle the biz. In the month, I'm on the road to do a show in Philly. Superstar Sunday shit. Big ups to Gilly. Don't talk to me if you don't know me, but if you gon' talk, you better act like you know me. Cause I don't like stranger danger. I don't like stranger danger. Nah, don't talk to me if you don't know me, but if you gon' talk, you better act like you know me. Cause I don't like stranger danger. I don't like stranger danger. I swear to God, you better brace yourself for the impact. I've been in my zone since 2 to 3 is in the back. To keep my mind focused, baby, I gotta roll a pack. Tryna move on the money till I triple.